Welcome back to Stream It. Happy Valentine's Day.
Woo!
This is the Valentine's Day special.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, this is only the second time we've done this, I think. And I think we're a little...
Went great last time.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Fired up again. Anytime you get a holiday special. You love
it's
it.
the
People
best.
love the holiday special.
So we have like corny Valentine's Day segments in theme to go through later. But first, instead of an opening question, I want to know, which rom-com leading lady are we each most like? According to BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
The most reliable source.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to pull it up. We're going to each go question by question, tell each other our answers, reveal the results, and I'll put a video of just the questions for you guys to see.
Love it.
Are we screen recording?
No, I think last time I just did like, I didn't even like click the answers as I went. I just screen recorded so people could see what they were saying.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, then we'll just say what
That makes sense.
Sounds good.
All right, shall we begin?
Yeah.
Okay. First question. Pick a word to describe yourself. Should I read out each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charismatic, popular, athletic, independent, caring, fierce.
Wow. Popular is no longer popular among who?
Should we
Right.
describe each other? Like,
I
should
do
we tell
Jared.
each other like what we think of each other? Which word describes you?
We vote on. No,
Are
let's
we
just
voting?
It'll take too long.
Because it's who do you think
Well,
you
I'm stuck
are?
between athletic and charismatic.
It's bold of you.
If this was 5 years ago, I think I would have picked athletic.
Right, exactly. When am I athletic? Yeah.
I think you're
Right.
charismatic,
Thank you.
but also popular.
Popular amongst
Yeah.
the three of us.
Amongst,
We're all
yeah.
popular.
Jared is
Amongst
fierce.
your coworkers. I was
I'm
gonna
go
pick independent.
charismatic. Done.
Okay, I'll do caring.
I'm picking independent.
He hates being a part of the team.
Cool.
Okay. Pick a color that represents you. Yellow, red, pink, purple, green, blue.
I like how they didn't pick just like normal color looking things. It's like
No.
funky textures.
And a blue lemon.
Lemon.
I feel like this depends on the mood.
Well, I gotta go with the blue. One, the image is funny. There's just an orange or a lemon painted blue.
This yellow feels calming to me.
That's
so
what I was going to... Yellow's my favorite color.
I'm gonna hit that yellow.
All right, pick a food item.
Oh boy.
It looks like we have candy in the top
Yeah.
left. Really fancy spaghetti.
This panini
Some
looks good.
Panini. Chicken. A burger. And then just vegetables.
I'm gonna hit the panini.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the burger.
All right, I'll go with fancy
All
spaghetti.
right, independent.
Ooh, are you a leader or a follower? I'm a follower at heart.
I did just claim I was independent, so I feel like if
I'm sort of in charge
if I
here,
then
so I'm gonna
double,
go with
you
mine.
are sort of in charge. You have to pick. If you don't pick leader, we're screwed.
Yeah. And I follow you to the ends of the earth.
Thank you.
I'll also follow.
Glass half full or empty? Full.
Half full.
You gotta say,
Come on.
Look at this. Actor or lawyer?
Oh, jeez.
Stark differences.
That's
How do you? Oh, there it
Actor.
is.
Yeah.
Gotta be acting.
We're in TV. Come on.
Right. What are we doing right now?
It's not acting. We're not lawyering.
Pick a social media app. No thanks.
Oh, shout out
TikTok.
Visco.
I know Visco. There was a lot of Visco
That's still around?
quizzes when I was looking for this. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
I'm gonna go Instagram. It's the one I use the
I'm gonna
most.
do TikTok.
I'm still a big Twitter guy. I think I got a
Nice.
Yeah,
What'd you pick?
TikTok.
Oh, nice.
NBA trade deadline is today, so there's
You're
tweets
right.
left,
You're all over the
tweets left
Twitter
and
sphere.
right,
That's right.
firing off.
Pick a dog. Looks like we got a Frenchie, a Chihuahua, a Yorkie, a Corgi, some sort of retriever or spaniel, and a lab.
There's no pug. I would have instantly picked a pug.
Same.
There's a lot of little dogs on here.
Little dogs.
I'm gonna do Frenchie. I love a smushy-faced dog.
That's a fair point. I think I'm gonna go with. What is that, Yorkie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the lab.
Then it's your answer at the end. I got a pretty good one.
Going down the row here.
I got Elle Woods from Legally Blonde.
Oh,
Okay.
nice one.
But you didn't pick lawyer. Ah.
I know. Wait, what?
I'm Regina George from Mean
Oh,
Girls.
God.
It's that
I
burger.
feel like that's not a make. I guess.
Burger.
And that
And
fierce.
Independent.
Did you pick fierce?
I
No.
did Independent
Oh,
Independent is the only thing that.
because I
like-
picked followers. So I don't know.
Wow,
I got
Buzz-
Jenna Rink from 13 going on 30.
that's a good one.
I wonder if it's the 30 bit.
Oh yeah, it just called you out.
It knows.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fun.
Ooh, do we want to read the little blurbs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should I go first? Okay. Elle Woods, you're confident, fun, pretty, and you're not afraid to show it. That is not true. You love yourself, and no one else's opinions matter.
Boom.
Not true. You know exactly what you want, and you're not afraid to go after it.
Nice. Regina George, you're a force to be reckoned with. You know exactly what you want and how to manipulate people into getting it.
Oh.
You're determined, fierce, and people are naturally drawn to you.
Fierce.
You did hit fierce at the
I
beginning.
swear.
You snuck
I'll,
and hit
I'll pull up
fierce.
the tape. I got independent squarely.
All right. You're positive, caring, and people love you for your bright personality. I mean, that's spot on.
Aw, that's the
While you may not always appreciate everything you have, you always remember in the end what truly matters. There you go.
Wow, I'm really
Wait, what
glad
is that
I chose
supposed to
this
mean?
I
one.
like mine.
Yours is good.
That was good, yeah.
well, you don't appreciate everything you
No.
had. Like your coworkers, is that
You,
win some,
you
you
can
lose
read
some.
into it as much as you want.
Lack of sandbags to hold up the mic stands.
Yeah, see? But when it matters, they're working.
Right.
Oh, man.
Just for the fact that you
That
got
was fun.
Regina, I'm so glad
Yeah.
that that's the
No,
quiz
yeah,
I
it's great.
chose. That's funny.
Fierce. A
Fierce.
force to be reckoned with. That was a
Know how
fun-
to manipulate people. That kind of whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch our back
Like-
a little.
I don't remember answering that in the.
He just called you a mean
that was the
girl.
burger, I guess.
Yes. Oh, man.
Just a mean girl.
Yeah. Sorry. Say it how it is, you know.
Okay, so that was a great
Wow,
great
well done.
lead-in
Great
to
opening.
Valentine's
Good-
Day
good pick.
episode.
Little personality quiz.
Mean Girls even a rom com?
Not
I guess there's a
really.
little bit of romance, but it's
But is
it's
Regina
mainly
George the
comp.
leading lady? Right.
No. She's like the villain.
Come on, BuzzFeed. Get
She's the person standing in the way of
Right.
the rom.
Yeah,
right.
true.
Okay, so I've put together some segments that are just random and in theme for Valentine's Day. We have Not Calling Back. That's something, a show or movie that had potential, but disappointed you.
Right.
We
right,
have
right.
relationship goals, just your favorite couple from any movie or show. No One Knows You Like I Do, an underrated, not super talked about show or movie, but you love it. And Love at First Sight, just your favorite movie or show from the past couple years. Trying to keep it recent.
Couple, or can we stretch it to like a few years?
A few.
I like it. Well, I mean, not calling back, you got to go with Ghosts, right? Ghosted. The first one.
Oh, like for the segment title? Like.
Well, no,
that's
I'm
what it
saying that
should've
would be
been
the
called?
perfect show.
That'd
I
be
don't have
the-
that written down, but
Right.
Oh. I was like, dang.
there's literally a show called Ghosts. That's.
Yeah, there is. You did watch that, didn't
I
you?
actually liked it though, so
Okay.
I wouldn't not go back to it.
You would call it back. You wouldn't ghost ghosts.
Exactly.
Nice, nice.
So my first one, I have Space Force.
Oh, good
I wanted to love it,
one.
you know. Steve Carell, another like Office-esque funny thing. Other supporting good cast members. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, that was
Because
the
was
Netflix.
What was it? Oh, it was Netflix.
And like
yeah.
it was funny at parts, but like just not good enough to keep you coming back. And like
Yeah.
I don't know. You watched it, right? Yeah. There was a second season. I don't even think I saw the second season, so
You didn't call back.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
feel like that even more fitting than Ghosts, because Ghosts I actually like. But yeah, actually I like the English version better than the
Of Space Force?
no of Ghosts.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
British.
The British one.
Yeah,
Yeah. But anyway, Space Force, not calling back.
Good one.
I went with Thor: Love and Thunder. One, it has love in the name, very Valentine's name. But two,
Good point, Jared.
good point. You know, it was still pretty good. You know, I enjoyed it, but you know, compared to Ragnarok, it just felt a little disappointing.
Yeah, I agree.
Didn't have that chutzpah, you know.
Chutzpah. Yeah.
Okay. I have Avenue 5.
Oh, God.
It's an HBO comedy. Did you hear of it at all?
No, I haven't heard
It
of it.
had-
We were
um,
so excited about this show.
We watched it like every episode together for
Yes.
Stream It a couple years ago, and it was just so
It
bad.
had a good cast, too.
Yeah, it had Josh Gad, the guy from House. I
Yeah, he
don't
was
know his
the
name.
pilot or the captain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like not
Well, they were on like a
there.
Glory.
spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're on like they're on a spaceship
'Kay.
that you can like it's like a cruise ship, but like it's in the future, so it's like you're in space. But I think
Something goes
they
wrong
run
and they
out of-
basically get like lost. Or like it's instead of a like cruise that's going to be 2 weeks, it's going to take like 5 years or something
yes.
to complete the trip, and
But
they don't have the
enough
supplies and like the
supplies.
fuel and the whole like. They're like talking about, do we have to shoot people out the like whatever, like, and again, should be funny, like good cast, funny plot, but it's just like it was just annoying.
It was very annoying. And I remember just thinking that it was like genre confused because one episode, like it would be funny, but then one episode literally is like them shooting people out of
The airlock,
like like into space. So it's like kind of serious because people are
and
dying.
they were like
but-
orbiting the thing, which was funny. It was like if you talk about it, it was funny, but when you watched it, you were like, "Why am I not enjoying this?"
And they like released like the like toilet airlock
yeah.
so that like the trail of like poop keeps circling and like throughout the whole episode they keep being like, oh no, it's coming back. So like that was funny.
So
It was like funny
it had
parts.
funny bits
Yeah.
and gags.
Yeah, but it was just
Yeah,
I don't even remember all the reasons why we didn't like it.
I feel like it was all of a sudden they were in like crisis mode.
Yeah.
And everyone was like running around like, what do we do? What do we do? And it was like the whole show was like someone talking to someone else about what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like that part was done bad, but then like the little jokes they inserted were like really funny. So it was, I don't know, it was almost more like how they did it
Right.
rather
Yeah.
than like the writing and stuff. So,
And same as Space Force, it got a second season. But
oh yeah.
did not call back.
No, agreed. Good one.
Do you
All
guys
right.
have more than one?
I did write a second one, but it came out in 2016, but I watched it last year.
That's
Okay, cool. So it's The Lost City of Zed. It's British, so they call it Zed. And it's about based on a true story of a guy who goes, he's like a British officer, and he goes to like the Amazon forest at first to resolve a border dispute, like map out the area so Bolivia and Brazil like know their border. And then he thinks he stumbles upon like an ancient lost civilization, and they had like pottery, like you find bits of pottery, and so he keeps getting expeditions back to like explore the jungle and find this lost city. And like I thought like, oh cool,
That sounds
fun
interesting.
like adventure film, but it just kind of like fizzles out. Like he doesn't actually, spoiler alert, it's based on a true story, he doesn't actually find it. There is no lost city of Z in the Amazon forest. It's like the things he found was just like a couple like different, like there was no like city that he was gonna find.
Right. Wow, yeah, that is kind
So
of
it just kind of felt drawn out. Tom Holland showed up in it as the guy's son, and he like goes with him on the journeys, and like their relationship's a little weird.
Yeah.
It was just disappointing at the end. I was like, oh, that wasn't really
No, not
like, I was like, oh, cool, like explore, adventure through the jungle and like all that stuff. And it was a little bit at first, but then just kind of fizzled out.
yeah, that'll happen.
It'll happen.
The guy who plays Emperor Palpatine, he's like the commanding officer for like these expeditions, and he just shows up and he's like as a normal person, because obviously I forget his name, Ian something. He's a normal person, but I'm like, that's Palpatine,
Yeah.
and he's just here, and he's acting normal, but I know his tricks.
Oh wow.
I have a very recent one, Velma on HBO. It's an animated show. I watched the
Okay.
first episode and I was so upset. It was so bad.
Okay.
It's like literally now like ranked as like the worst rated animated show like
Wow.
ever.
Because I've heard, yes, terrible things about it. But at first I was like, that's just the internet being a little upset that, Mindy Kaling came in and changed some of the characters. But
Mindy
It's-
Kaling, you
She
love her.
like I know. That's why
so
it was so
disappointing
upsetting.
for
I
you.
was so excited for like
I know.
2 years since they announced this because she like
Yeah.
created it, like wrote it. She's Velma.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so bad. And I went into it too being like, well, maybe it's the internet. Like
Right.
Yeah.
some people just don't like Mindy Kaling, but like the writing is just so, I don't know. Like it's trying really hard to like be different, but so much so that it's like, I feel like you're just like, you're not even like writing a show anymore. You're just like, how many like witty things can I fit into like one character sentence? And
Yeah.
like just change the characters like so much to the point where it's like, this isn't even like Daphne's like the bully and like Fred is an awful person. Like it's
geez.
just like so weird. I'm like, this is not
Right.
the Mystery Inc. people.
Right,
like you
right.
could have
Like-
just made an animated show
Right.
about like Mindy Kaling.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing a lot of people are saying is like, make your own show or keep more of the classic Scooby-Doo elements in it.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. So that I think it's still coming out like currently, but
Like, they haven't released all the episodes. Thought
no,
they just
I think
kinda
it was
dropped
like weekly.
Oh.
Because at the time there was only like 2 episodes out when
Uh-huh.
I first watched the first one. But not
Wow.
going back.
And that's HBO, right?
Yeah.
Kind of surprising.
I know, and like the cast is really good. Like Dennis from It's Always Sunny is Fred. I don't know a lot of people's names, but like they're famous people.
Yeah.
They're around.
Yeah, like you'd know that.
People have talked about like with Wednesday taking like a character from a beloved show and then like
Right.
giving her a new story. Mm-hmm. Makes sense because
But-
like the nostalgic and people love that old show
Right.
and they're
But
like,
they
oh, what is
kept
this?
they kept the character.
Right. So I'm just saying that's like a fine line to walk. You can
Right.
do like a spin-off and like have it be really good if you've got a good character and then like base a good story off it. I mean,
Right.
yeah, the whole Wednesday show with her going to like a school and like that whole thing. Like there's nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like,
Like
what
that,
it like
but-
because all we've seen Wednesday in is Wednesday amongst her family. So
Right.
it was like, what if we took Wednesday and put her in a school?
Right. And brilliant. I feel like you got
Right.
a lot of
And
people
right. And
tuned
it's-
in just because of it's Wednesday.
Right. And it's, a classic coming of age, fish out of water
Right.
kind of story, but also it's Wednesday Addams.
So it
Whereas
works.
it sounds like this, there was nothing familiar about anything.
I'm
No.
just saying it makes sense what you're saying because if Velma is part of another thing, you would want that other. You would tune in because of Scooby Doo and that other thing.
Right.
And if you're changing it too much, then people are like, "Wait, this isn't the Scooby Doo." Like I'm fine in exploring this character further, but not at the expense of like the rest of the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
Scooby's not even in it. Not a character.
Come on,
And I think
you
in
at least
general
could have
too.
a couple like
Yeah.
a cameo.
I mean, maybe at
Right.
the end he like is a puppy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't finish it, but I think a lot of people too after this came out were kind of like, we don't need to take every like childhood thing and make it an adult version.
Right.
Like, we don't have to keep doing that because it's also one of the like I feel like they tried really hard to be like inappropriate, and it's like you shouldn't like be trying to be like if you're just funny like.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost like too on the nose and like too obvious. It's like, okay, like it's kind of like when a teenager learns like how to swear.
Right.
Right.
Ugh.
Okay, like we get it. You're edgy.
Then I
You're
guess
edgy.
I guess the obvious flip of that is something like Harley Quinn, an animated
Yes.
adult character from other media, having her own show on HBO Max
Yeah.
and like getting it right.
Yeah, that was done right. This
Well,
is like,
yeah, I mean, you have the Joker, you have the Batman. Like, it's funny that Batman's
Right.
not like
Right. It's like
a
this.
main
It's like
character
it's
at
like
all.
the same character, and like there have been, I'm sure, plenty of comics that have explored Harley Quinn, but like any animated movies, like Harley Quinn is the sidekick. So it's like we're gonna take this character, keep her, put her in the spotlight, and explore her more.
Right.
Versus Mindy Kaling, which is like, what if Velma was me, and then kind of roll
Yes.
with that.
and that's something that like Mindy does too much now, I think, is that everything she's ever written, she makes the main character like herself, which is fine. Like she had a show called The Mindy Project. Like, okay, yeah,
Makes
make
sense.
it
Right.
about you. That's
Right.
great. But like every other show now, it's like, okay, this is clearly your experience.
Right. Right, what
you
you know.
can't put this in every single show. Like it needs
We
to
get it.
stop.
Yeah.
Because some of the jokes in Velma, I'm like, I literally read that in your biography
Oh yeah.
because I have those. But I was like, you're just making jokes about yourself. Like, come on.
Yeah. Got to
So-
evolve a little. Good one.
Okay. Well, good to know that it's not just the internet being
No.
being upset.
No, I mean, there were like
Actually.
moments that I was like, huh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But not enough to be like excited to watch the
Right.
episode.
You're not calling back.
Nope. Okay.
There you go.
Relationship roles. I just want to know your favorite couple from any movie or TV show. A little filler question.
I like that. One.
Yeah.
It's tough to like think of them all. So I'll say, well, I don't. You guys, I can say this one after, but the one I have written down is from Shameless. Kevin V. Do you guys watch Shameless?
I watched like 2 seasons, but who are they?
So
Oh
they're,
wait,
they're the neighbors.
Yes.
Of the Gallaghers.
I do like
And
them.
We've watched every season, which is like there's like 12 of them, and they're together the whole time. They end up like running a bar together, and they're just like a hot mess, like family. Not quite as hot messes as the Gallaghers, but yeah, they're just funny, kind of comic relief throughout the show, and also just like super solid. Like they're always there to like help, and like you're like these are the best people. So definitely fan favorites, I think, and a good power couple.
Yeah.
I like it.
I wrote down, give me Steve and Nancy, damn it.
Oh, good one.
Make it happen again. It was clear. There were sparks. I know they dated before, but I'm my specific pick is the new upcoming version of Steve and Nancy, that relationship, because it's going to happen.
Oh, it's definitely
Future.
gonna happen.
Going to happen.
Your
And
favorite.
It's going to be great. Just because
I like it.
they both done so much, learning and growing these past few seasons that,
Come back together.
right, revisit that relationship and then, it's going to be great.
I did think Steve took it too far when he randomly is like, I picture us having kids in an RV like this. Remember that?
Yes.
Like
yeah.
randomly in the last
Right.
season, and
They're
Nancy's like, huh?
what, are you,
What?
what are you talking about here?
No, I
I
mean
think
Jonathan.
he's like 4 kids. She's like, that's a lot of kids. But yeah, I agree. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Mine is Ben and Leslie from Parks and Rec.
Oh, nice.
Great one.
I would have said Jim and Pam.
That's
but
what I was
then-
gonna say. I feel like that's like the one,
Yeah, that's like the one.
but I didn't want to just be cliche and
Yeah.
say it. But I'm glad you just
Ben and
acknowledged
Leslie is like, I feel like they're a little bit more solid.
Then Jim and Pam.
Well, like the more I rewatched the show, which was a lot, The Office, I don't know. Like, I feel like the last season kind of ruined it for me when they tried to make Jim and Pam realistic by having them fight, but they like take some. I don't know. I'm nitpicking.
Yeah,
I just like Ben and Leslie.
it's a great love story for the ages. But that one's
They're
also
great.
good. Ben and Leslie's
Yeah.
that's good.
A little less like,
I think
In the
Office is just
spotlight.
like a bigger show,
yeah,
so that's why it's
I
like
think so. Well, The Office had more of like the slow burn too,
oh, so
of like
good.
will they, won't
and
they?
these like huge moments
Yeah,
that were just like
so I feel like it's more like cemented, and
Yeah.
then Ben and Leslie just like happened.
they're just fun. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
good one.
No One Knows You Like I Do. An underrated, not super talked about show or movie that you love. Doesn't have to be like not liked, but like something that you feel like, didn't get a lot of
Right.
attention.
I have one. I think you're gonna like it. Netflix's Love with Gillian Jacobs and Paul Rust. So good.
Yes.
We've like told a lot of people about this show. Hopefully you've heard us rave about it and have checked it out. We made Tom watch it. Remember when we were like
Yes.
picking shows for people? We were like, this one.
And he liked it.
Just called Love.
You'd like it. It's that,
it's
that
so
Judd
good.
Apatow, like style comedy.
You ever watch Community?
I've seen episodes.
It's Britta, the blonde woman.
Oh.
She's like the main woman in Love.
Yeah. But she's like a hot mess and like trying to figure herself out. And Paul Rust is like kind of like a geeky guy, but they end up entering a relationship and like trying to make that work where she's not his typical type and or he's not her typical type. And yeah, but it's good.
It's so
All right.
good.
All right. Did they do a second season?
There's 3.
There's 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like they should make more.
They should. It was
It's
like
good.
that's a show that I've watched like an embarrassing amount of times.
Right? Yeah.
That's like
I feel
my
like this
like
is perfect for
doing
this
anything.
segment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. And I feel like
And
a
it's
lot
called Love.
not a lot of people
No one knows about
watch
it.
it. Yeah. I talk about it with people and they're
I
like,
never
oh,
even
I haven't
heard of
seen
it, so yeah.
It's a Netflix
I mean, not that I'm the beacon for, knowledge of TV shows, but
I think I only found it because I had started Community for the first time, and I think I was like on like IMDb, saw that she was in that show, and then saw it on Netflix.
Yeah,
and
she's
I was
good.
Like,
I think
oh.
I might have done that too.
Like, yeah. And then
Because
it
she
ended up
was in
being awesome.
Girls too, HBO's Girls.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Yeah.
She's so great.
She's good. And she's great in that show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's funny. It's like a comedy. Dramedy. Yeah.
comedy dramedy.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Nice.
Emma Laris in Paris.
That was
I
great.
told my mom about that one. She thought it was very funny.
That was good.
Took long enough to get
Subtraction.
right some traction for that joke. I picked my first pick was Sense8. Came out in 2015. Netflix original. Especially the first season. Really good. Really enjoyed it. Kind of a wild concept, but then like they just do it right. It's the Wachowskis. They did The Matrix.
Oh.
So they did this.
Wait, like the directors? Who
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Wachowski sisters.
Okay. Got it.
They were the Wachowski brothers.
Okay.
They-
What? Nothing. You got it.
Anyways, just a really good show. It has 2 seasons, and they were gonna make a third, or they were gonna like keep going, and then Netflix canceled it. But they gave them like a 2-hour like finale, or like an hour and a half finale episode after the second season to kind of wrap it up. But so obviously it wraps up kind of quicker than they originally would have liked, but at least the first season is like one of like really great show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like after it came out, no one really talked about it.
So what's the like premise?
So the premise is these 8 people around the world become like mentally connected,
Oh wow.
and is like kind of, not that I've seen it yet, but kind of like Everything Everywhere All at Once, where she can use her dimensional selves to like gain their skills temporarily.
Oh, that's
Like these people can like hop in and like use that person's body and like help each other out in these like, and each of them have like 8 different like storylines of like them
Oh, that's
of
cool.
like certain conflicts that they're having to deal with. And at the end of the first season, they kind of trying to figure out why they all of a sudden on this one day became connected. And so it like builds up towards that. And then, the second season kind of builds up towards that final conflict where they're all like together. And then that's
Gotcha.
what it ends with. So
That
really
does
cool
sound good.
concept, and some great moments out of it. In the first season specifically, there's What's Going On by the 4 Non-Blondes. There's a scene with that song, and they're like all listening to it or singing to it at the same time.
Oh, cool.
And it's like they obviously like intercut everything, and it's like a
Yeah.
built up moment. Really cool.
Like they just happen to be listening to the same exact song. Like, they don't
Yeah.
know they are.
Well, I think I don't know. I forget where it was in the context of
We'll
the
have to see
show,
it.
but it was one of just, it was like the end of an episode, and it was like just kind of built up, showing their interconnectedness.
That's cool.
That's cool. That does sound good. Wrote that down.
What is it? Sense8?
Sense 8 with an 8.
SINCE.
Sense as in your senses.
Oh, Sense8. Got it.
Sense 8.
Sense8. Like, I got it.
Like
Since
sensei?
8.
No, like SINCE, like since.
Like since we were 8. We were
Since 8.
we're
Since 8
eight.
this morning.
All right, cool.
Mine is a show that I think I used to talk about a lot on this show. It's Dickinson with
Oh.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
I
That
talk
was one of
about her a lot
Apple's
on the
like
show.
first.
Yeah. So there's 3 seasons, and it's just like the story of Emily Dickinson, but it's like a newer perspective, because I guess like historians recently think that everyone like had it wrong about her, because she was kind of posed as this like depressed girl who never left her house and like wrote all these poems and then just like died by herself. But historians later were like, no, we don't think that's true at all. Like, she was actually like the exact opposite, kind of. So it's like a retelling of that. Haley Steinfeld is Emily Dickinson. And it also has like a really nice love story, which is true. So like, this isn't a spoiler alert, it's just history.
Don't come at us.
Yeah. Her best friend, her name is Sue, marries, they're like in love, her and her best friend. But then Sue marries Emily's brother and like has a kid with him and everything. And like they live next door. They build a house next door. And like, but they continue to still like be in love with each other and like grow while she grows with Emily's brother.
Oh.
And yeah,
That's interesting.
so it's a really cute love story too.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that she marries her brother. But like back then, it's like she like had to, because she
Right.
doesn't have family. So she's like, if I don't marry him, like I literally will die probably, because I
right.
can't just like live with you guys, because that was like all those like society rules back then.
Sheesh. Wow.
But it's great. And
Isn't
it's
it
like,
like a modern soundtrack? And like, isn't there like?
yeah, and they say like modern slang a lot. So
Is
like,
that weird? Because they have like time accurate like clothes and
yeah.
stuff, right?
Sometimes
But then
it's
they're,
like
speaking,
weird, but
like,
it's done
normal.
like funny. Like it like knows that it's being a
So
little.
it worked.
Yeah,
Oh,
it definitely worked. And like Wiz Khalifa plays death, like literally death, because I think Emily like wrote about death a lot and says that she would like visit him.
And it's
And
Wiz Khalifa.
It's Wiz Khalifa.
Nice.
He like every so often he shows up
Okay.
on this like ghost chariot, and it's just straight up Wiz Khalifa.
Wow. Okay.
Huh.
I'm making this show sound really weird, and I promise it's not. It's really good.
I like it.
Dickinson. All right.
I had a bonus one.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah.
You know I love that one.
Is that underrated?
That's why I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
leave
a
it back, because
bonus.
I was like, I feel like that's pretty popular. But I loved that show.
Right. I also have Godless. It was a miniseries on Netflix in 2017. Just a classic Western lone.
Never heard of it.
So it's the story is there's this town where there was a mining accident, and so like all the husbands that worked in this town died. So now it's run by all their
I
widows.
think I've seen like a preview for this.
And then the main character, he's like running away from this gang that he like grew up in, and he like happens upon this town and like helping them with their problems, but obviously like his former gang is like hunting him down, so that kind of comes to head at the end of it. But
I feel like
Pretty
you
good
must
show.
have like a wild Netflix algorithm. Like your suggestions must be like,
Yeah.
'cause you got some deep dives into the.
it was it was really a really good show, and yeah, if you like westerns,
Cool.
it's a
does
western
sound good.
and it's a well done one. So
This is refreshing, because everything you've said in like every episode is always something that I feel like we've never seen. For the most part,
Right.
You have a lot of different takes, which is
That's
nice.
what I'm saying. Is Netflix
Yeah.
algorithm's got to be like
Uh-huh.
wild.
Yeah.
Do you share Netflix?
no,
Netflix,
I have
don't
like my
listen to
own.
this.
I have my own profile.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, it's like my mom's, but I have my
Right,
profile.
right. Yeah. It's tough when your Netflix gets taken over by
Yeah.
kids like programming.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
My algorithm's all over the place.
Are you how old are you again? Because you're watching Coco Melon
And yeah.
and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. But anyway.
Okay, last one. Love at First Sight. Favorite movie or show from the past few years?
Who's gonna go? Me?
Yeah.
I loved, and I am anticipating the new season dropping, but it feel like it keeps getting pushed. But Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
It's so good. Such a feel good show. Have you seen that?
No.
I think you'd like it.
Probably because it's on Apple TV Plus, so I never.
Ah.
I don't know if we have it or whatever. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, if you like just log in, like you might have it from like a free trial or something.
Right,
but
right. Yeah.
If you bought any new Apple product
Right,
in
that's
the
right.
past year, I think you have it for like a year.
past year. I don't
Actually,
know.
no. Probably any time. Like recently. And then you can just start a trial for a year.
Huh.
I think
All
that's
right.
how it works.
You have to do some investigative work, but highly
work.
recommend it. Just a feel good show
Yeah.
about, soccer, Premier League and everything, but
Right.
his coaching and just, it doesn't, that's one I like heard from people and I was like, it's like soccer coach. I don't really like,
I remember the Super Bowl commercial.
yeah. And I get like the
That's
first
messed
season,
up.
he's like supposed to fail to like, whatever, prove a point to somebody or whatever. But he's like, I don't know, just an inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you just feel good after it.
All the characters are just so like sweet
Yeah.
too. Like
It's a wholesome show. I also have Abbott Elementary, which I just think is like excellent comedy right now.
yeah, I agree.
And like a refreshing take on the like, I don't know, office sitcom, whatever it is.
Like workplace comedy.
Yeah.
I think in general that's like one of the best shows that's been on like a network
Right.
in years.
It's very good.
Yeah. They just nailed it. Like it has the quality of like a streaming service show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
they're usually just better now on
Right.
streaming services,
Right.
but
No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Really well done. The I forget her name, but the show creator.
why can't
She's like the star of the show too. Just excellent and like up and coming director, producer, everything, actor, actress. Yeah, she's great.
hasn't been on in like 2 weeks.
I know.
What's
I keep
going
like
on?
checking the refresh. And I'm like, let's go. Like, drop that next episode.
I think tonight would be the night that a new one would be on, so maybe there's one tonight.
Hopefully,
Mid-season break or something. I don't know.
But they already did that.
ramping up the anticipation.
Mid
Ugh.
season.
So annoying.
Yeah. So yeah, Ted Lasso and Abbott Elementary.
It's a good one.
Solid.
I'm going back to 2019. Knives Out.
Oh, the first one.
First one. Knives
Yeah.
Out. Not Glass Onion. Knives Out. Yeah, love at first sight. Watched it like
It's
twice
good.
within like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like, I think I've only seen it 2 or 3 times, but it's one of those things where I could totally go back and watch it and like get further enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. I liked it more the second time I watched it.
Yes.
Because, I mean, like, I knew what was happening, but I feel like that made it more fun because I
Right.
could, like, try to see it earlier on. And the movie's so
Right.
good at that. It's like, if you are paying attention, they do put those things, like, in
Right.
front of you. You just didn't notice it.
Mystery shows are so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or movies, like
Right.
what a great genre.
Yeah.
Because there's always like a
Because
a
if
twist,
if
and
it's well done, you're
you're
just like,
you're hanging on every moment because
Right.
you're trying to figure out what happened, and then like present day, these things are like incredibly like written and well done, and you're like, whoa,
Right.
I did not see that coming, and that is like what we sign up for when we're looking to watch like TV.
right. Like when,
That like
right.
curiosity,
Like
and-
as Daniel Craig like explains everything, you're like, yeah, that did happen, and that does make sense, and like all this stuff.
that's like the first Sherlock with Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
was like very like modern, like real movie, and just the way that they unfold like how it all happened at the end. I was just like, this is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing. And Glass Onion, that one like was good too.
Did pretty good, yeah.
So
So, I'm a little embarrassed because I just realized that I have 2 shows with Haley Steinfeld in them.
nice.
It's okay.
But one of my
Is it
favorite.
Bumblebee?
Yes.
I knew it. I almost put a Transformers movie, but
One of my favorite shows in the past few years was Hawkeye.
Nice.
Oh.
I loved it so much.
nice.
Watched it a couple times. I don't know why.
I haven't
I
seen
think
that
it's
one.
just so good. And I feel like it had the feel of like earlier Marvel stuff. Because it's just like these
Just
people didn't
them
have
with their bows,
superpowers.
right?
They just have to be good at fighting.
Right.
So I feel like they get a little more creative even in like writing the show of like, well, we can't just have them like fly away. We gotta
Right.
like choreograph a fight scene and like make it believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it had Florence Pugh in it. And I love Florence Pugh. It was just great.
She's in a new movie,
Perfect.
isn't she?
There's one coming out soon, like next month.
Is that the one with Harry Styles?
Oh no, that's Don't Worry Darling, which
Is
was
that
also
good?
really good.
Oh,
I
nice.
loved it. It was messed up.
Oh. Yeah.
Not like disturbing though.
Oh,
It
but
was
just
like,
good.
Yeah, it was just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
One of those things.
Yeah. Cool. Good.
Any
yeah.
more?
Good choice.
I said everything. I just picked the one. Yeah.
I have one that I just thought of that
Yeah.
I think
Bonus.
you'll agree with. Russian Doll.
Oh yeah.
We
I
watched
liked
it a
Russian
couple
Doll.
years ago.
I just watched the second season.
I haven't seen it yet. I forgot about it.
Yeah. I liked it too, but I don't. It's not on the level for me as like Ted Lasso or like.
Oh no.
But that one was good.
That was good. Cool.
Lot of
show-
good
this
things.
show
a
is
lot of
great.
good takes.
This show, great show. This movie, great movie.
That's what the people come
That's
for.
what we're here for. To provide that insight.
That's right.
So that's what I had for Valentine's Day. The segments.
Very nice.
For looking ahead, I was in the same problem as last week where there was nothing that was like really sticking out. But then I saw a thumbnail for the new Indiana Jones movie, which I did not know was coming out this year.
Oh wow.
And there's a trailer and everything, so we can watch that.
Perfect.
So we're not doing Agent Elvis
Dang it.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
I miss the desert. I miss the sea. And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps, perhaps not.
I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life, I've seen things. Things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
related.
Get back!
I picked it because I was shocked that Harrison Ford is doing this movie.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't like do the handoff thing where he's in it, but he's like,
I know.
"Hey,
It's
Tom
just like-
Holland, here's
right.
Oh, he'd be great.
right, yeah."
No, you can't. He's in
can't.
Tom Holland's in everything. You
I know,
can't.
That's right.
Isn't like
I'm
crazy.
excited.
I can almost. I would bet you
I
there's
know.
the joke though, like I'm too old for this adventure
Oh,
at the
absolutely.
beginning.
Right.
Or he's
And
gonna be
then-
like, I'm getting too old for this
Yeah.
after like a big fall.
Yeah.
I was skeptical, but man, when that music comes in, forget about it. I'm right back in.
That was pretty exciting.
I like the nostalgic like shots from the old movies.
Yeah.
They had in
Yeah.
the trailer.
There was like a shot, and it looked like the inside of the Millennium Falcon, like the
Oh.
window that they sit at. And there's
think
like
it's probably not.
It was like
Maybe
blue.
it
It
is.
probably wasn't, but I was like, did they slip in a Star Wars?
On accident.
Like, oops,
We
cut
really need a clip of Harrison
we need
Ford.
Harrison Ford from behind. Oh, this will do. No one will notice.
Harrison Ford just confuses me lately because he made like a huge deal about not wanting to be in Star Wars anymore. Because he
Right.
was like over it, too old for it.
Please kill me.
But he's making a new Indiana Jones movie, and he just joined the MCU.
Oh God! But doesn't he not
Oz.
want to hand off Indiana Jones? I heard that maybe. Like he doesn't want somebody else to be
Oh.
Indy.
I'm sure. But then I'm
That's
sure
why
the
he's
studio.
never,
I'm sure
like-
the studio was like, but we're gonna make another.
Movie.
Yeah.
So you're either
So you're
gonna be him
in
or
it.
He's like in his 80s, isn't he?
yeah, I feel like he's old.
He was kind of crushing it.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
looks like it.
Like he's pretty active.
Stunt doubles there.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Digital replacements.
But I feel like you can't
crazy.
say like you really don't want to be in Star Wars anymore because it's a big franchise,
Yeah.
and then join the MCU.
Yeah.
He signed on for like
Well-
several projects.
What's he
Probably for
gonna
like
be in
20
MCU?
minutes at a time.
I think he's the main villain in one of the upcoming things. Not like the villain. He plays
Oh, isn't he like
Ross, who like you was.
a? Oh
in-
yeah, he replaced
Yeah.
He replaced the actor. It's already a character. He's like the head of the United States Security Council, or like
Yeah,
the
something
United
like
States Nations Security Council. The guy with the white hair and the mustache, and he makes him sign the Sokovian Accords. Ross. His name is Ross.
Yeah.
You got it.
In
Anyways,
Civil War.
It's about
Captain America and Winter
1 hour and
Soldier.
26 minutes in.
He makes them watch the footage of Wanda accidentally blowing up a building. I'm joking. I know you don't. He does do that, but I know you don't remember that.
No. Oh God.
But he's playing that guy who's apparently going to be big going forward. I'm like,
I feel like he already kind of was big, and then they kind of
they just
pushed
got
that
rid of him,
character
yeah.
out of the way. There was like you fought Captain America and lost. We're gonna push you over here.
Now he's coming back.
Now he's back
It's
There
Harrison
you go.
Ford.
to crack down on those superheroes, man. It's clearly
They're running
Ugh.
wild.
running amok, saving the world, bringing everyone back from the dead. Got to put on a lid on those guys.
Oh man.
Well, that's all I had.
Yeah.
Any-
Happy Valentine's
any part-
Day.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day. We'll see you next week on Stream It.